Hello, if we've never met before, my name is Rachel and I like to channel messages for the collective as well as my own healing. This is not a perfect setup. You can see my skin and how bad it's very much reacting and releasing and purging, but I've been going through a lot recently, and usually that's a lot of realizations for me to contemplate and integrate and share with other people. All for the good of healing and for the best of highest good of everybody. So today I want to touch on the energy of sex and physical intimacy / pleasure. I don't know if this gets demonetized on YouTube, so I might just say the S word. But that act, we get so many messages about it that are conflicting growing up, right? Especially as a young woman, for me, it's like, be super exy, but you can't be too much of that because then you're easy and then nobody wants you. So it's like, do it and do it a lot, but don't do it that much. It doesn't make any sense. I think something that's terribly, horribly sad is that teens or people feel pressured to do it for the first time, and it's not like their first time is, quote, just getting it over with, and it's not, they don't see it as sacred and special. I think that's like a horrible monstrosity that happens because of our conditioning and how we talk about this. The S word can be very traumatizing, but it can also be very healing. Personally, I've had experiences where I felt really, really close to someone, and during the act, I'm able to release at new levels of emotion that I never had before. So I've seen the power and felt it firsthand of just how powerful it can be. However, I've also been on the other end where it's like, this doesn't even actually feel good at all. I'd rather not be doing this. And my struggle with I have a lot of struggles with humans, but being a human and going through those various experiences, I just don't see enough people having conversations like these that are open and compassionate and non-judgmental. So I want to say that whatever you have done in your life or has happened to you, you don't need to have guilt and shame about it. Again, unfortunately, a lot of people carry on to a lot of guilt and shame for decisions that they made. Something that has really helped me on my journey is understanding if I made a choice, I was making that choice to fulfill a subconscious need at that time. You can also choose to forgive yourself. You can also choose to forgive other people. Forgiveness does not condone someone's behavior and decision that they made. However, forgiveness does bring freedom to you, so you can go about your life feeling lighter and happier and healthier instead of staying in a box and feeling like a victim to someone's choices. What else did I want to say? Let me ask my guides. The number of people that you've been with. Again, I mean, being a woman, you really can't win because men and boys are told to have S with lots of people, and if you don't, you're not cool, but if you do, then you're cool. And then for women, it's again somehow this weird opposite, like, don't do that with very many people. But again, there's so many messages and conditions that have told women like that's what their worth comes from. So which one is it? Like, you can't have both and pretend like everything's just all okay. So that's another thing I really view that is just ridiculous. Yes, it is a form of procreation, and there's asexual reproducing beings and sexually reproducing beings. Are all mammals reproducing in the S way? I don't know. Most mammals need to reproduce in that way here. I always bring the example of dinosaurs. Dinosaurs were reptiles. They need to mate, and then the eggs get fertilized, and then eggs are laid, just like amphibians. So yes, there's a piece of that. And then, I don't know if you've noticed this, but humans and other animals too have pleasure seeking parts of their brain, and some of those hormones that seek out pleasure and feel good, like dopamine and oxytocin, can be released with physical connection. So that's where it gets into, well, it's more than just procreation, and what else can you learn about yourself in that way? Again, personally, my Jupiter is in Scorpio, so my luck and abundance comes in the Scorpio energy, which is connected to transformation, death, rebirth, the S word. So I have a feeling and know that talking about this and bringing more light and love to the planet in regards to this topic is a part of what I want to do here and what I meant to do here. That's also in addition to, I've asked a local mentor and teacher and guide about, as a soul, what has my experience been in other past lives, because I was kind of a late bloomer in this life, which was a very good decision for me, and that was exactly what I needed. But I have learned that I was a lady of the night, if you will, in another past life, so I'm very comfortable with this energy. And then a kind of shaman and healer in another life in a village, where I would show women how to be ready to be physically intimate with their partners or their husbands. And the way I did it, and again, I can very much pick up on this and feel it so easily, is like kind of getting high off of that energy was like being in a trance, like being on drugs, but we weren't on drugs. So that's, again, how powerful the S word energy can be. Like, you can get into crazy states of consciousness, and that's not being on any substances, which is, again, another huge part of my message to the world. So I will finish up with, if you are someone that wants to experience better physical pleasure or intimacy, or if you're someone that wants to overcome S word trauma, those are two things that I love to do in healings with people and coaching as well. I'm just really good at it. I know how to connect with people intimately and deeply, and I'm open and non-judgmental and compassionate. I won't judge. I'm a very old soul, so I've seen and heard a lot. And then in the healing work, I can kind of go energetically into the chakras, or I don't know, the galactic body, quantum body, wherever we want to go, and remove some of that heaviness or guilt and shame of what might be hiding out inside of your, whether it's your physical body, your cells, or somewhere in your energetic body. So with that, I will see you soon. Much love. Namaste. I'll see you soon. Bye.